Hawks and John Wayne, who gave you two of the classic westerns of all time, Red River and Rio Bravo. Now add Robert Mitchum to the combination in El Dorado, the story of two close friends who didn't need any enemies to start a war.
What the hell are you doing here?
I'm looking at a tin star with a drunk pinned on it.
Help me up out of here, Cole.
Wayne and Mitchum. A pair of bull-headed battlers who lock horns and then join forces.
You're a man with true grit.
Well, what do you want? Speak up.
I've already wrinkled the paper. It's pretty loose because your makings are too dry. I'm looking for Tom Cheney.
Well, who's he?
He's the man that shot and killed my father, Frank Ross.
Says the New York Times, as touching as it is irreverently amusing.
Marshal Rooster Cogburn and I are going after the murderer, Tom Cheney.
How did you light on that greasy vagabond?
They say he has grit.
He's a notorious thumper. He's not a man I would care to share a bed with.
Nor would I.
And now, Paramount Pictures presents the Hal Wallace production.
Starring John Wayne as Colonel David Crockett.
He's still on his feet.
Oh, no! Oh, yes!
Oh, yes, and it's my turn. Well, thanks, friend. If you don't insist on having them to yourself, I'll give you a hand. Pleasure, friend. You must be...
Let's do it. I'll show you. You like this?
Look, there's a lot
Or
of...
you like slow, like this? Oh, no!
Stars John Wayne, Henry Fonda, Shirley Temple, Pedro Armendariz, with Ward Bond, George O'Brien, Victor McLaughlin, Anna Lee, Irene Rich, Dick Foran, Guy Kibbe, Grant Withers, John Agar.
Colonel, if you send out the regiment, Cochise will think I've tricked him.
Exactly. We have tricked him into returning to American soil, and I intend to see that he stays here.
Colonel, Thursday, I gave my word to Cochise. No man is going to make a liar out of me, sir.
Tell them I find them without honor.
El coronel lo encuentra sin honor.
Tell them they're not talking to me, but to the United States
No
government.
le está hablando a él, sino al gobierno americano.
Tell them if they have not started by dawn, we will attack.
Y le da de
Tell them
prisa
that.
alba, si no atacará.
You'll see 42 internationally famous stars, including Richard Burton, Paul Anka, Henry Fonda, Mel Ferrer, Richard Todd, Red Buttons, Rod Steiger, Fabian, Tommy Sands, Irina Demick, Leo Gann, Richard Beamer, Robert Wagner, Stuart Whitman, Kurt Jurgens, Jeffrey Hunter, Robert Ryan, Peter Lawford, Robert Mitchum, John Wayne.
But you ought to know what you're up against. We got 1,000 miles to go. 10 miles a day will be good. 15 will be luck. There'll be no quitting along the way, not by me and not by you.
Don't try and tell me what to think. I'll take your orders about work, but not about what to think.
You think I'm to blame for that?
Just as sure as you're sitting there.
I don't like quitters, especially when they're not good enough to
very
finish
brave
what they
man.
start.
And pretty soon you're gonna catch on I ain't your friend.
Enemies who later faced death as comrades in arms against a brutal foe.
Who ordered this? Cut them down.
It's the story of a sinister, secret community that you will see now for the first time. The Comancheros who dealt in death.
We have a society here. A society that's different from anything visualized by people anywhere in the world. The industry of our society is crime. It pays, and we prosper. The rules of our society are magnificently simple. Transgress, and you die. Now, gentlemen, you're about to enter our society.
A man whose unconquerable will and boundless determination carved a lusty, rough, and boisterous slice of history called the Searchers. It's John Wayne as Ethan Edwards, who had a rare kind of courage. The courage that simply keeps on, far beyond all reasonable endurance, never thinking of himself as martyred, never thinking of himself as brave.
So we'll find him in the end, I promise you. We'll find him.
Here is the story of a man, hard and relentless, tender and passionate, of people who dared to challenge a hostile land. Here is drama of great love and...
Huh? You're a treasure.
Where?
I don't know what I'd do without you.
Tired, aren't you, John T? I can fix you a nice hot bath.
All I want is a drink.
Then, this is all I can do for you?
I told him you were one of the best.
I'll tell you what I'm a lot better at, Mr. Wheeler. That's minding my own business. No offense, Sheriff.
Where are you going?
Get your hands off.
I said, where are you going?
You got no use for a man you can't depend on. One bad night and I'm done for.
These are your boys, who John Wayne as Sergeant Stryker forged into fighting men. Men who said he was as hard-hearted as steel. But one woman knew differently.
So long.
So long, Sergeant. I'll pray for you.
A letter from my wife after 18 months. You know where she is? In England, entertaining troops. Entertaining troops? Why isn't she here entertaining me? I'm a troop.
Guys who laughed at life under the shadow of death.
Why shouldn't I be? My boy, she's part of me. So maybe I'm just part of her. I don't know.
All aboard for danger.
My father was murdered. Now bring that murder to justice, but take the rest of my life.
All aboard for intrigue.
Dad, you've got to go back.
To prison?
Yes. Now they suspect that you're behind all these mysterious accidents on the railroad.
All aboard for excitement.
Quick, the wrecker. He's on the Hurricane Express.
By land, by sea, and by air, the thrills never stop.
Nellie, the plane's on fire!
John Wayne stars in The Hurricane Express.
John Wayne!
Fearless men who jump and die.
Jim Hutton!
Men who mean just what they say.
David Jensen!
The brave men of the Green Beret.
Aldo Ray!
100 men will test today.
Raymond St. Jack!
But only 3 with the Green Beret.
Frederick Wayne!
I found him. His name is Fan Sun Ti. And I will give him to you.
When?
1 week from tonight, at the Ocosto plantation.
Do you trust her?
Of course. She's my brother's wife.
We don't go back without the general.